Trade winds shift, Trump, China, and a tentative tariff thaw. Welcome back, listeners, to another deep dive into the currents shaping our global economy. Today, we're unpacking a significant moment in U.S. China relations following President Trump's recent Asia trip, where a high-stakes meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping has stirred both optimism and skepticism. Picture this. Trump, fresh from discussions in South Korea, is on his way back to Washington, describing the encounter as, quote, as amazing, and praising Xi as a great leader. But beneath the diplomatic smiles, there's a complex story of trade, tariffs, and lingering mistrust that we need to unravel. Let's start with the headline news. Trump announced a reduction in tariffs on Chinese goods, dropping them from 57% to 47%. This 10 percentage point cut, he explained, is a gesture tied to China's apparent progress in curbing the production of fentanyl, a deadly synthetic opioid that has devastated communities across the U.S. It's a significant move, signaling a potential thaw in the long-standing trade war that's kept markets on edge for years. Alongside this, Trump shared on social media that China has agreed to purchase massive quantities of American farm products like soybeans and sorghum, as well as energy resources, including a possible large-scale oil and gas deal from Alaska. There's even talk of a broader trade agreement on the horizon. On the surface, it sounds like a win for American farmers, energy producers, and perhaps even consumers who felt the pinch of higher prices due to tariffs. But let's pull back the curtain a bit. While Trump described the meeting as a near-total alignment on key issues, the Chinese response has been noticeably more reserved. Statements from Beijing's foreign ministry framed the talks as routine, acknowledging trade frictions as normal between major powers. This discrepancy raises a question. Are we witnessing a genuine breakthrough, or is this more of a public relations play? Analysts are cautioning that we've been here before. China has made promises on fentanyl reduction to multiple U.S. administrations, dating back to Obama in 2016, yet the flow of the drug into the U.S. hasn't stopped. Reducing tariffs as a reward for progress might be premature, especially without concrete, verifiable action from Beijing. It's a classic case of trust but verify, and right now the verification part is still pending. There's another layer to this story that's even more troubling. While trade talks dominate the headlines, there's growing concern about how American technology is aiding China's surveillance capabilities. Reports have surfaced that China has been bypassing U.S. export bans on powerful AI chips by accessing them through cloud services and third-party retailers. These chips, developed by American firms, are allegedly being used to enhance China's surveillance systems, not just domestically, but potentially against U.S. interests. This isn't just a trade issue, it's a national security one. Critics argue that Congress has turned a blind eye to these loopholes for too long. And while corporate America chases profits in China's massive market of 1.4 billion people, the long-term risks could be catastrophic. Should companies be expected to prioritize ethics over earnings? Or is this a failure of government oversight? The debate is heating up, with calls for stricter legislation to align U.S. actions with its ideals. So why does this matter to you, the listener? Beyond the geopolitics, these developments touch your life directly. Whether it's the price of goods at the store, the security of your personal data, or the stability of the global economy. A tariff reduction could ease inflation pressures, but if China doesn't follow through on its promises, we're back to square one. Meanwhile, the tech surveillance issue reminds us that in this interconnected world, national borders mean less than ever when it comes to data and power. As we watch this unfold, the real test will be in the coming months. Will China's purchases of American goods materialize at the scale promised? Will fentanyl production truly decline? And will the U.S. finally close the gaps that allow its own technology to be weaponized against it? For now, this chapter in U.S. China relations is a mix of cautious hope and hard-earned skepticism. Stick with us as we keep tracking the story, because in a world of trade wars and tech wars, every move counts.